Hello and welcome to the Articleize demo. Articleize is the ultimate software, ultimate companion for writers and SEO professionals because using this app, you can turn anything into an article. And yes, I mean literally anything because Articleize can turn into an article, a YouTube video, Facebook post, an X thread, a thread on threads.net, Quora post, Reddit post, LinkedIn. It can also articleize websites, write product reviews using Amazon or any other e-com website, create product comparisons, create a listicle, or you can just tell AI what to write and take it from there. Now let's go and get started with Articleize and see how it works. The first thing we're going to do is write an article from a YouTube video. All right, here we go. The first thing you need to do here is, of course, give it the YouTube video URL, and it will use the Articleize Chrome extension to get everything it needs to prepare that article. You can do that by clicking on Get Chrome extension over here, then click on Download Chrome extensions. The complete details of how to install the Chrome extension on your browser is in the video over here. This extension can be used on Chrome or Brave or Vivaldi or Edge or any other Chrome supported browsers. Now when you go back, let's go back here, YouTube video, you can either provide the video URL over here. For example, I have a video URL and click on Open YouTube, and you'll be taken to that video, whichever video you've picked. Of course, you can search for videos by clicking on the search box and putting in your keywords. Now, whenever you're ready to pick up a video and convert it into an article, all you need to do is click on the Articleize button right here, then click on Get Transcript. It will automatically show you the right option depending on the website you're on. So click on Get Transcript and it'll ask you, do you want to proceed to Articleize or do you want to get the video description also? So I'll just go to proceed to Articleize. I'm not going to use the description, and you will see right in YouTube you've got the transcript right over here. Now if you want, you can modify it. Otherwise, just click on Next, and then you got many options. You can choose the AI model that you want to use to write the article, and you can see it's got all of the latest and the best AI models. For this, I'm going to use GPT 4.1 mini. You can also choose the language that you want to write the article in. It can translate from any language to any language. So if you have the source article in English, for example, you can write the target article, the target content in Hindi, or you can pick up any video, let's say in French, and make an English article out of it. You can decide if you want to create a TOC first and then edit or modify it. Yes, I will do that. And you can also decide if you want to create images in the article, and yes, I will let that happen too. You've got multiple AI models to create the images with. You've got Fluxnell, which is a great model for images, for graphics. GPT Image 1 is a great model for images and text. Ideogram V3A and Flux Context Max. You've got the best AI models in here for graphics. Then you can also decide if you want to put text on images, which is great if you're using GPT Images 1 or Ideogram V3A. So yes, I will let that happen too. And you can also choose the size of the image. Do you want it to be a landscape image or a square image? You can decide that. And you can choose the language, the style of the article. You've got informative, casual, funny, academic, explanatory, educational, interactive, all these different options in there. Let's choose informative for now. And finally decide how many words you want. 1200 is a pretty good size for the article. Then click on Next. It's already writing the table of contents. It's ready already. This is the heading. You have actually got three options. You can choose either of the three or you can edit it. So if you want to change it, let's say essential steps to start strong tomato and eggplant seedlings. Let's say you want to remove eggplants, for example. You can do that. Here we go. The article's title is ready. Then this is the table of contents. This is what the article will have, all the different topics. If you want to remove a particular topic, yes, you can do that. Let's say I want to remove this one, or you want to add something, you can add to. That's perfectly on you. Click on Next, and now the actual article is being written. And here we are. The article is generated. You can see it even made a cover image. I only asked for one image, and there's text on the image too. So it looks really engaging. Now let's look at the article. Preparing for a successful tomato and eggplant growing season. So there's a proper heading to every section, and you can see there are lots of different headings and lots of different sections. You can modify anything you want. For example, let's say you want to break up some things into paragraphs. You can do that. Let's try to make it a little more less chunky. Here we go. By the way, it has a number of AI features. So on the top, you will see this menu where it says insert content by AI, insert list by AI. Yes, you can produce a list by AI. Insert quotes by AI. So if you want to put in a quotable quote, you can do that. Insert AI stock or stock images. So if you want a new image in your article, you can do that. Let's say we want an image over here. Just press enter and then click over here. And we've got different sources. So you can either generate the image with AI, or you can choose to upload from your computer, or you can get images from Unsplash or Pexels. So if you just want to put in a keyword, just click on search, and this time we're getting from Unsplash. You have lots of different options. We can, for example, let me find an image I like. I'll use this. Click on use, and the image is inserted automatically. And you can modify things like the image size. If you want to, you can modify the alignment. I'll keep it center aligned. Now let's scroll down. Let's say you want to put an image over here, but this time you want to put an image that is generated with AI, and I want to use ideogram v3, or let's use Flux this time, and tomato canopy, whatever that means. You can choose to enhance text prompt by AI. I don't want any text on the image, and I want landscape image is fine. Click on generate, and it'll take a few seconds. Check this out, quite a realistic image. I'm going to use this, and there we have it. And again, I can increase the size. We can also do this with text, of course. I showed you some other features, and we'll take a look at them shortly. But let's say you select some content. You can rewrite it, expand it, reduce it, or generate an image based on that content. So let's try to rewrite this content. Click on rewrite, and in one click, it's going to rewrite the paragraph, and it shows you the modified content. If you want to keep this, you can. If you want to modify it further, that's totally up to you. If you want to redo it, generate it again, you can do that. Click on use, and your content is replaced by the new content. And remember, it's not just rewrite. You can expand, you can reduce, and of course you can generate image. Now you can also do that with new content. Let's say I want to generate another paragraph over here. Let me break it up into a smaller para, and I want to generate another paragraph over here. I can just click on insert content by AI, and then describe what kind of content I write. Let me write in a quick prompt. So I'm asking the AI to compare red and black soil for tomato cultivation, and keep it short, just 60 words. Click on generate. And there you have it. This is the content, and you can just click on use, and it's added to the page. Now you also have insert list by AI. So you can create a list by AI. Let's try this one. Again, let me break it. It's a full-fledged editor, you know. And I will now ask for the list. So I specified what's the list for and the items that I want in the list, and all I need to do now is generate, and we got 4 items just as I specified. Click on use, and the items are in the article. And you can also find a quotable quote using AI. So let's do that. Let's insert a quote about a positive quote about planting trees, planting fruit trees. Yeah, write something positive. A quote by a famous politician or scientist. I like scientists better than politicians. Who doesn't, right? Click on generate, and there you see Jane Goodall. So he's a scientist, obviously. I'm not sure I've heard of him or her. Planting a fruit tree is an investment in the future where science meets patience. So imagine just adding a quotable quote in just 2 seconds, or was it 1, right? It's done fast. All right, so that's done. So you imagine this is not just AI generator that just blindly generates articles. It's a full-fledged AI editor with the best features. You can rewrite content, you can expand, you can reduce content, you can style content, of course. You can align things, make things heading or paragraph as you want. It also does your SEO, by the way. So it will prepare the slug. If you click on this button, here's a slug for the article. When you post it online, you can use this slug. It can prepare the meta keywords for you. One click, it will write the meta description again. And you can see your article settings over here, whatever you do. And if you're ready to publish it, you can. Let me just save it. It supports adding blogs from WordPress and Tumblr. So if you want, you can add your WordPress or Tumblr blog, and then once you have the blog, you can just click the article and publish it in one click, right? Or you can schedule it. So then you can select which blog you want to publish to. I'm going to go back to the article. Or you can schedule it to be published to a future date. Now check this out. I've got multiple articles written. This is the article preview. I can click and modify any article I want. And don't forget, this was only the YouTube article. You can do a lot more. For example, this time, let's do Facebook. So here we are on Facebook. And again, you got to use the Articleize plugin. Just click on select posts and start selection over here. Select the entire post if you can. I think this is it. Yes, it's red now. This is a pretty good post to turn into an article, right? Click on finish selection once you're done, and then proceed to Articleize right over here. You got the material here. Click on next, and you can choose again what AI you want to use. I'll go for GPT-4. Language is still the same, and I will use the ideogram AI. It's one of the best AIs for images in my opinion. And this time I will create two images to begin with, and we'll keep the style casual this time, and click on next. You're going to get the table of contents in a second. Here we go. You can see the table of contents. If you want to modify anything, you can, or you can just leave it be. I think I will go for this heading is just fine. I'm going to remove the quotes. Don't need the quotes. Here we go. Click on next. Article's being written. Here we go, the article's already written, and you can work on the article right away while the images are being generated. You can see this time we got 2 images. It's a complete article with all sorts of sections, like there is a heading and then there are a number of subheads. And the images are generated. Yes, they pop up just like that. You can see the text on the image. It's looking good actually. XChat, secure, private, limitless. Think about this. This is perfect for the article. Just click on save and it's saved to your article section. You can do the same thing with the next thread. Just put the post URL over here, and this is a great post actually. We gotta just click on the Articleize button and select posts, then start selection. 1, 2, 3. Select as many parts of the thread as you want, right? So I'll just do that. This is easy. You don't need to apply your brains. You don't need to figure out what's being said and reinterpret it and spend hours to rewrite it. I think I'll just take these many items. It's quite enough. And once you're ready, click on finish selection and proceed to Articleize. The thread material will be copied over, and then you can click on next. Again, I will use ideogram. Choose the AI model to write. Maybe this time I will use Claude Sonnet 3.7. Click on next and then just wait. You've got the title, you've got the table of contents, next. And the article's ready. Check out this graphic. Couldn't be better than this, right? What an attention puller. And look at the article. Quite a well-written article right over here. And of course, you can use AI to make it better, change it any way you want, modify it. And all you need to do is then hit publish and it's saved. And you can do the same thing with thread, with Quora posts, with Reddit posts, with LinkedIn posts. You can pick up any website and you can create an article out of it. And you can even create a product review from Amazon. So let's take a look at that. You can copy and paste data from the ecom website and you can put in features. So let's do that. How about this Stanley Cup, right? We'll just copy all the matter over here from here, then paste it. Next, we want the features. So we scroll down a little bit, and most ecom websites have this section where they talk about the features. We can choose as many as we want, as many as are relevant, paste them in, and then click on next. And now you can add reviews. So we're going to go to the bottom and select the reviews that we want to add. Let's say we can add this one, And the reviews will be used to talk about the best qualities or the worst qualities depending on what review you put in. So I will try to find a review which is not positive. And you can keep adding as many reviews as you want. Okay, so I'm going to click on see more, grab a couple more. Okay, that requires my sign in, so I'll just leave that be. I think these are enough. And click on next. Again, you got to select what AIs you want to use. As usual, the content is all ready for you. The table of contents, if you want to review it, click on next. Check out the article. The graphic is AI generated. So remember, this is a unique image. It's not copied. Stanley H2.0 flow state. The product name is mentioned. You can see the features are properly described in headings. Everything is organized like in a proper article. And of course, you can format it the way you want. And finally, once you're ready, click on save. I must tell you that the reviews that we used, that we put in, are obviously integrated in the article. So it's highlighted what are the positive and the negative qualities and what people like about the product. Click on save and you have another article. It's a product review this time. Next, let's also try to write an article from scratch, and that is supported with, and that is of course, and that's a great way to create high quality articles. If you are an art writer yourself and you just want to write on your own, just put in your title, click on next, and now you've got the article. It's a blank page, but you can easily fill it by using the various AI tools like insert content by AI. Perfect starting point. Talk about why everyone should be growing vegetables at home and the food crisis in the world. Write 2 paras around. So it's already done. Actually, I clicked on enter and you can use it. Click on use and now you can format it the way you want. Growing vegetables at home has become increasingly important in light of the ongoing food global crisis, which is marked by rising food prices, supply chain disruptions, all those things that you want to hear about, right? So you can continue from here, click on save whenever you want. By the way, I got to tell you something. In settings, if you check out, we've got some special settings like restricted phrases. So if there are any phrases that you don't want to use in the article, we do have a list that we already put in, which are commonly found in AI generated articles. So we already have a list that prevents this article from being detected as an AI generated article. It's a feature that we already have. So this is the list that you can add to. If you want to add in your own phrase or word, you can just do that, click on save, and now those phrases or those words will not be used in your articles. So this is Articleize. It's the ultimate time saver, effort saver, and quality AI article writer that you can use to adapt articles from any source into an article that is ready to go for your blog and is extremely original, is 100% fresh, and is sourced from places where you find the freshest, trendiest content. Welcome to Articleize. This is the only AI content writing software that lets you create content that actually gets ranked on Google and also on AI search engines. It works by letting you grab human content and then transforming it into a high quality, trending, and absolutely relevant article. Let's see how it works. Now, the articles that you write can be visible or are visible in the article section. Here are some articles that I wrote recently. To get started, to start your first article, what you need to do is go to Writer and you have multiple options. You can start from scratch, which is start with a blank screen. You can turn a YouTube video into an article. You can turn a Facebook post into an article. You can do the same with X threads, threads on threads.net. You can do that with Quora posts, with Reddit posts, with articles on LinkedIn, with posts on LinkedIn. You can transform any website URL, right? Absolutely any website URL into an article. You can create product reviews by sourcing content from Amazon and from any other e-com website. You can create product comparisons by just picking up content from 2 product websites and just putting it side by side together. You can even make listicles or write a complete article with AI. Now, I'm going to tell you this Sourcing content from places like YouTube or social media, websites like Facebook and all, is a very smart strategy because these websites have the latest content. Whenever something new emerges, whether it's a new idea, a new incident or a happening in the world, or there's a new product or a new concept or a new thing that people want to discuss, it appears on sites like YouTube, on X, on Facebook. So that's where you should be grabbing your content from. Let's get started by converting a YouTube video into an article. Now, if you go to that page, you can of course put in a YouTube video URL and then open YouTube. Otherwise, what you can do is you can use Articleize plugin all the time. So when you're browsing the internet, you're just browsing it naturally, and let's say you like a video that you want to convert. Let's say you want to convert this video. All you need to do is click on the Articleize Chrome extension right here. Yes, there is a Chrome extension as a part of the package, and you can just click on Get Transcript. It automatically shows you the right option for every website. And once it's got the transcript, just click on Proceed to Articleize. And you will see the transcript on the screen. If you want to change it in any way, you can. Otherwise, just click on Next. And then you get to choose how you want to create the article, what kind of AIs you want to use. So we do give you options to use multiple AIs. There's of course OpenAI, ChatGPT, there is Gemini, Mistral, Claude models. There are models from Meta, Llama and Grok 3 too. So you can use any AI you want. I'm going to use OpenAI GPT-4. It's a pretty good one. You can also select the language that you want to create the final content in. And remember, it doesn't matter what the source content is in. The final language is according to what you choose. So yes, it does the translation on runtime. Now you can also choose to either view the TOC, the table of contents that Articleize generates for that particular content that you gave as source, or you can just choose to skip that step. And of course, Articleize also creates images, right? And you have multiple models to use to create the images too. I will use GPT images 1, but there are a bunch of other models. And if you want, you can put text on the images. Yes, I want to do that. You can also choose the ratio for the image and decide how many images you want to create. And you can choose the style of the article that you want to write. So you've got so many different styles. Next, you can choose how many words you want to create. 1200 is pretty good. Just click on Next, and the first thing, Articleize will look at the source content. It will automatically structure it and create a table of contents. There it is. You can modify the TOC if you want to, and you can choose from 3 different headlines. If you want to change the headline for some reason, let's say you want to use a dash instead of a colon, or you want to change anything else you want, just do that and click on Next. Now the article is being written. And now the images are being generated. It takes like 20 to 30 seconds to get this done. And there you have it. This is the article. Look at the way it's structured. A perfectly made image. Then you've got the article with different headlines. And by the way, this is a very, very powerful editor. It is a very powerful AI editor. If you've used the best in the class, it's equivalent to those. And you can change anything that you want. So there's a particular subheadline and sub-subheadlines. Everything is structured in here, and you can modify it the way you want. Let's say for some reason you want to create more content for this particular headline. All you need to do is select this, and you will automatically get options like rewrite, like expand, reduce, or generate image. For example, if I want to expand, all I need to do is click here. And here is the content that's written. You can change it any way you want. If you want to reformat it or change it, change any text about it, you can do that. Once you're ready, just click on Use. And there you have it. The content is replaced, and you can modify the article with AI in so many different ways. Let's say you wanted to rewrite this sentence, this paragraph. No problem. Click on Rewrite. There you have it. Modify it if you want and click on Use, and it's replaced. Similarly, you can do more than just select content and rewrite, expand, or reduce, or even generate an image for it. You can even create a list. For example, let's say we want to create a list for this particular subhead. No problems, just go into Articleize, then click on Insert List with AI, and you can just type impact of economic slowdown in China. And if you want to include any items, You can, if you want to instruct AI about what kind of items to include, you can do that too. Once you're ready, just click on generate and you get the list right away. And click on use. If you wanted to change anything, of course you can. Format the article as you want. You can also insert content with AI. So if you want to expand or put new content in any way, for example, here you want to write a paragraph on how the industries are going silent China, only write 70 words. You can give exactly the instruction you want and click on generate. Use. That's how easy it is to keep augmenting your article, to modify it the way you want. Of course, you can do it by hand too. You can polish it to perfection. If you want to put in an image, you can do it in the edit mode. Click on the image button and you have multiple options. Either you can generate with AI, or you can choose to upload an image from your computer if you have an image that you want to put up, or you can get images from Unsplash or Pexels. So these are free, sources to find images. Let's say China industry, and click on search. You get lots of options. For example, choose this one and use, and that image is inserted in your article. So yes, you have multiple sources for images too, and you can even put in quotes from AI. So you can just ask the AI to give you a quote. Give me a quote on the industrialization of China by a USA politician, and click on generate. I'll put this over here and click on generate. And there you have it, the quote exactly the way you want. So you can augment the article any way you want, either modify it manually or use AI to update it. You can even create the slug using the AI, so it does the SEO for you too. You can create meta keywords using AI and write the meta description using AI. So you will have a polished article with all the elements you want, presented exactly the way you want in a matter of minutes. No need to spend hours trying to write an article. And once you're ready to publish it, you can either save it and publish it to your blog. You can connect your blogs to Articleize. We support connectivity to WordPress and Tumblr. So if you want to publish directly from Articleize, you can use WordPress or Tumblr and just click on publish and it will get published there. Otherwise, if you're using other platforms, just copy and paste into any platform that you want. You can also download the article as an HTML file, and you can then print to PDF. If you want to create a PDF file of the article, you can. So the article is going to look like that as an HTML. This is an HTML file. And if you want to print it into a PDF, maybe make an ebook out of it or something like that, you could do that. You can also convert it to Markdown. So Markdown is a format that a lot of forums use, and if you want to use it, to put content on forums or on Quora, you could use Markdown there. So that's also possible. And it works just the same for every single platform. Let's say you wanted content from X. So I'm on my X profile now for the company Technic Force, and you wanted to grab, let's say you see a nice little post or a thread and you wanted to convert into an article. No big deal. Again, click on the Articleize logo, then click on select posts, start selection, and select the post that you want to convert, just like that. Here we go. And then click on finish selection, and then click on proceed to Articleize. You will see the post right over here. If you want to modify it, you do that. Otherwise, just click on next. And again, you got the same options. And there you have it. This is the article written on the basis of that X post. The same thing for Facebook. Let's convert this example post into an article. Just hit the Articleize button, select post, start selection, select the posts that you want to convert, just like this, and then finish selection, proceed to Articleize. And right away you get the content, the same workflow. Modify the TOC, choose the headline, click on next. Check this out. This is the article. Look at the amount of detail in there, and if you want to change it again, of course you can. Not a big deal at all. We wrote 3 amazing articles in just less than 10 minutes. Now Articleize has the same deal for every single platform. Whether you are on Threads or on Quora or on Reddit, you just hit the Articleize button and it will convert that content into articles. So it's like your constant companion. You don't have to go back to any platform. All you need to do is hit this button no matter where you are. If you see something while you're browsing that you like, click this button and Articalizes. That's how easy it is. And Articleize writes articles that are humanized, that are 100% not going to be detected by AI detectors as an AI content. Also, they also pass Copyscape. You can use these articles without any risk. The images are also copyright free. Either they are generated by AI itself according to your article, or you can find free images from Unsplash and Pexels, or you can put in your own images. Also, Articleize has advanced features like restricted phrases. So yes, there is an algorithm in there that makes things unique, that creates high quality articles. But also, apart from that, it recognizes the system that AI detectors use to detect certain content as AI. So one of them is using common phrases that AI uses, and Articleize automatically restricts your content writer or your content from having those phrases, right? And if you want, you can add to it, you can modify it if you want to, and your articles will not have those phrases. So that increases the originality, the uniqueness of your article even more. So this was Articleize, and it can help you write amazing articles that are unique, that are trending, that are relevant to the market, without having to spend a lot of time and a lot of effort. So if you like what you see, get Articleize, and I'll see you inside. This is Cyril Gupta, your best friend in the business, signing off.